Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Ms. Lia. We are from Group 1 of Product and Service Innovation. We are going to present our paper review about applying design thinking methods to ecosystem management tools, creating the Great Lakes Aquatic Habitat Explorer. Next. This is member of Group 1, Asmi, Jody, Hilmi, Novel, and Andika. Next. The ecosystem management requires new tools to facilitate stakeholder access to information and analysis. However, these tools are often not perceived by stakeholders to be usable, useful, and salient to their concern. Next. Successful EM requires bridging the diverse intellectual worlds of resource managers and stakeholders through a process which results in a new shared understanding. To be effective, EM tools should reflect agreements among users on issues like how information should be processed and present and what functionality is needed. So, designing EM tools requires a collaborative process where users are considered as stakeholders. Next. So this paper reports on a project which used design thinking methods to create a new EM tool, and in this case for the Laurian Great Lakes Basin. And the methods are tested by examining participant dialogue quality and learning during the tool design process. Next.
Next is about the method. First is conceptual background. So the project is to outreach and implementation component of the Great Lakes Aquatic Habitat Framework projects. This project have three primary products. The first is a novel spatial framework. The second is a database of spatial data. The third is an aquatic habitat classification system. And the other purposes is to develop novel EM tools to assist Great Lakes environmental managers to answer the question in deciding about management action. And about the design thinking, successfully M requires overcoming important intellectual gaps among stakeholders. There is need for methods of developing AM tools which not only result in high quality software, but also describe how to seek input from diverse stakeholders in way which focus on specific goals, minimizes domination of particular groups, and cultivates shared perspective about the tools. And this is the situation before design thinking was used. Author had identified 53 tools and concluded some tools is not provided this aspect. The first is a holistic habitat perspective. The second is integrated data between aquatic, coastal, and terrestrial ecosystem. The third is human activity and policy data. The fourth is financial data. The fifth is downloadable data. And the sixth is customized analysis features. So simply this is how the AM framework with design thinking started with empathize. On empathize, we will open-ended interviews with an observation of intended users. The second is about define. Define, we develop problem statement with users. On ideate, we will brainstorming with users. On the prototype, we sharing wireframes and scoping document with users. And the last is about testing. We will seek user feedback about the prototypes.
This method is about the prototype. At this test, the project team identified ways of the 7 concepts were visible to given in GLF database. And after the evaluation, the wireframe diagram were created to the new prototype in test. And we can see that this wireframe diagram were shared among a group of participants who have volunteer server as beta tester to gain about feedback about the tool's usability. And this evaluation is used to gain the general some feedback about the tool's usability, available variable, interface preference, drawing tools, and other detail. Next. After the prototype, there is a test based on the wireframe design beta test feedback. The project team created a working prototype of the tool, which was then sent to group of intended user. And we collect the data from the user that the user was instructed to spend about 30 minutes verifying the main feature. And we can see from the right side image, there is a prototype of these MTools. Next. And the step is evaluation of design thinking application. To measure results of the tools, the project collects results of user experience in the data workshop. The collaborative model is used to expand product learning and adaptation system. The model consists of first participant, the second is authentic dialogue, and third is system adaptation. And from the picture In this slide, we can see the relationship between the workshop dimension. The data were collected at 2 points, and the design process create 3 tool outcome. There is perceived usability, perceived usefulness, and tools attitude. Next.
Most exciting EM tools were created through expert-led development process, which featured limited interaction with users. In this approach, tool creators rely on their own knowledge to make decisions about tool functionality, interface design, and how information should be summarized and presented. The most appropriate method for creating a new EM tool depends on multiple factors, such as the level of user input desired, EM context, available sources and time, and the anticipated value of fostering collaborative and creative thinking. And the expense of using each method can vary widely since it depends on the complexity of the tool, availability of existing input, and availability and cost of technical and human resources. Next. The project team included members with a wide variety of expertise. However, in hindsight, one missing role was a user interface and interaction designer to lead the development of the tool's user interface. The entire project took roughly 1.5 years from the workshops to the public release. Compounding the typical division between scientists, regulators, and other stakeholders, the project had to contend with international differences in regulatory structure and culture. Host groups struggled to create concert representation of their ideas. Design thinking proponents argue that the purpose of user-driven prototyping is to reveal stakeholders who process needs and future ideas, not directly inform. At the workshops, groups were formed on an ad hoc basis according to participant interests, and project members serve as facilitators. In hindsight, assigning each group with someone experienced in interface design and also someone with some GIS background may have ensured more focused discussion about the tool concept by all groups. Next. In principle, design thinking methods should improve the usability of tools for similar users regardless of their participation. The overall mean found here, 68.1, is near what is considered the division between acceptable and marginal high scores on this scale. Similarly, the high scores for perceived usefulness and tool attitudes suggest the workshop did succeed in ensuring an alignment between stakeholders' perspective and the resulting tool. Although the lack of suitable comparison tool limit the interpretation of the workshop survey data, the results show high ratings for all the theoretical constructs. The highest scores were achieved for creativity and engagement, which confirms the design method achieved these essential goals. However, the slightly lower score for learning suggests room for improvement. The user evaluation survey demonstrates how EM tools can be evaluated, but our results are limited by sample size and limited comparisons. Next.
Next is future research on design of ecosystem management tools. During the course of this project, the project team had the opportunity to reflect on the sustainability of design thinking methods for ecosystem management. Although they are broadly useful for EM tool design, three areas of tension between design thinking ideas and EM emerge. First is nature of problem. Design thinking methods take an ethnographic approach to problem definition, allowing users to fully define the problem. In the end, the design problem of tools is typically broad, such as improving environmental decision-making through facilitating the retrieval and analysis of information. Second is audience. Design thinking methods typically aim to create mass market products, whereas EM targets a diverse group of specific stakeholders, which often bring their own disciplinary frames that must be navigated if they are to share common tool. The last is funding model. In the commercial world, design and financial success are linked to market success. But for EM, tool funders are really the primary tool users. Aside from the important constraint of limited and episodic funds of EM tools, this introduced an important separation between tool practical usefulness and financial viability. Funders may not agree with users about which tools are most important. Addressing these tensions fully is beyond the scope of this considered here. However, it points towards the need for additional research and practice. Next. As a conclusion, after the emergence of the idea of ecosystem management nearly 20 years ago, the implementation of EM has faced many challenges. The focus of this work is the development of digital tools for the information sharing and analysis that EM proponents have long thought necessary for improved environmental outcomes. The project focuses on the process of tool development, exploring whether achieving more usable and useful tool requires alternative tool development methods that involve stakeholders earlier and much more extensively than what is typically done. This lack of adequate engagement is one potential reason many of the existing environmental tools are often confusing, difficult to use, or reflect the perspective of specialists. Finally, in order to explore the success of the workshop, the project evaluated the resulting tool using three measures. First is perceived usability, second is perceived usefulness, and tool attitudes, individual and organizational silence, design influence. The data confirmed the workshop were highly diverse, and participants experienced high levels of creativity, engagement, and learning. The modern GIS software and web technologies are making possible a new generation of rich analytical information management and planning tools. Unlike older EM tools, which were typically operated by technical specialists, this new generation of tools hold the potential to facilitate broader information sharing. However, realizing their true potential will require a focus on the art and science of technology design. Our approach shows EM tool development can benefit from the use of existing design thinking methods. Thanks. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.